Ladies and gentlemen,
let's get started.
I have thought a lot in the last 24 hours.
Time to get your weekly sports fix
By the skin of their teeth, they lost.
Then you can just ride it the whole thing.
with Stix.
Oh, hell. Step 1 complete without technical difficulties. Recording has begun. Welcome back to the Sports Fix with Stix. It's an honest big homie and Stix.
We in the house still.
Man.
It never
Bro.
left, actually.
you, the house
never left.
You never left the house, that's for damn sure, homie. Yeah. You know what though? I was looking at something and I was like, oh snap. I was like, holy shit, we haven't tried to do one. Well, we've tried to do a couple times, but just schedules didn't work out. But it's been damn near a whole year, dog. Can you believe that? That the last episode that we did, that we lost, that we did, it was freaking, it was a good one too. Where's my freaking notes at? I got paper all over the place. The Showtime, let's see, what was it? The Showtime, lost episode, the Ipe and Showtime, when it started popping off. We were all over that. So I guess it comes, it comes full circle that we just waited till baseball season again. But hey, we're back. We're gonna see what happens.
It's a baseball pod. It's a baseball pod.
Yeah, we missed the whole NFL season, dog. We didn't even get to tell everybody how much money we made or how much money we lost. I guess that was just kind of under the radar there. But
there's no need for us to be lying like these fools on socials with these fake tickets and phony tickets or wish tickets.
The win streak of the decade where they're building this ladder and haven't lost, and pay me for your picks and all that nonsense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, we ain't about that life. But hey, we're back. So subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcast platform, and go to thisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Homie Chris is still doing his thing, man. So he's out there in the world. But what have you been up to, Honest Big Homie? What's been cracking? I know you're joking around about you having it at the house, but you were out there power washing yesterday. Power washing LLC.
Well, yeah, I got a damn HOA, so you know how that goes. So you have to stay on top of those things, or somebody will come put a note on your damn door like it's a damn 3-day notice. I don't understand these hall monitor type people, but they love stuff like this. I'll tell you this, I had the neighbor from across the street, and they're a little iffy with the English, we'll say that. And they came and asked me, did you receive one of these letters? We were told that we needed to paint our whole house. I go, what? Out of nowhere, they told you your whole house needed painting? They said yes. And I go, yeah, man, I don't know. I received a note like that like a week after I bought this house, talking about the conditions of the yard. And I go, damn it, we ain't got here yet. And I told the dude, I said, I don't know, but hey, the hall monitors be out here. You should just call, find out some information, and see if you can get your life together, and maybe they'll give you some leeway, some time. I don't know what was needed, but let me find out that they're telling me that I need a full house paint with a detailed renovation instructions.
That's crazy.
Let me find that out of nowhere. Oh my God, your boy, the homie's about to be hot. Believe that.
Yeah, that'd be not something you're trying to deal with. So what do you what else on the agenda? What's cracking? I know you got up at 2 a.m. to watch your Dodgers play last week, or what? 3 a.m.?
No, man. I actually I think it was the second game. I messed around and couldn't sleep, and I happened to be up around 3:30. So I just put the TV on, the radio on the Sirius app, and then let it play in the background. And then like I told you, by the fourth inning, I was nodded back out, so I missed everything. That's a horrible situation. I mean, for them to go to Japan, number one, fire. Okay,
right,
fire. Considering what the Dodgers have on their lineup in terms of Shohei Ohtani, my man Yoshinobu, and Roku TV.
Yep.
Uh, okay, all on the same
Who
squad,
else did you
and
bring there?
then on the other side, the Cubs happen to have Seiya Suzuki. He's up here cutting up baseballs with samurai swords
That
for
was
fun and batting
wild.
practice. If
Yes,
you ain't
sir.
seen that, you got to check that out on socials. And then they also got my boy Ipanaga, who was a rookie last year, also pitcher for the Chicago Cubs. So it was a good collaboration. What they needed to do, and this is where marketing for these leagues need to holler at your boy, because all they had to do was make that like a day game for them. Therefore, it would have been a semi late prime time game for us. And then we would have been able to watch the damn thing. You could have turned it into something. You didn't have to have all of these dumbass discussions about how come there weren't real announcers there, because nobody wants to fly them around the world, or maybe you don't want to spend the bread to fly your announcers around the world for a quick, quick
Two
situation
game
with
series.
two
Yeah.
games. Yeah. So that it was cool for what it was, and of course, like always, the fan in me is always going to think they could have done it better.
Right.
But
Well,
outside of,
how we
outside of that,
do.
it's confusing for the fantasy baseball and all of that shit.
No, that was reason why we did it early. Don't let me forget, I got something on that fantasy baseball real quick. I just want to chime in real quick. Like you know that the Stix Big Homie and I are out here fixing everything that we fix. We fixed NASCAR, we fixed the All-Star game, we fixed Pro Bowls, we fixed shit. I don't know what else we fixed. We've been just fixing a whole bunch of stuff. Well, the
Everything.
most, I said NASCAR, like these people are probably like, what the fuck are you talking about? Hey, we fixed Kyle Larson's reputation single-handedly last year. So, or I guess 2 years ago, right?
Hey, and guess
Um,
what? My man, it's a good timing because my man is a winner last week.
was
You
he? Oh
understand?
shit, I didn't even get to see it. I had so much going
Last
on.
week.
Dude, I'm telling you, hey, and if people don't believe us, we got 198 other episodes that you can peep out, but we'll have plenty more coming and plenty more talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you mentioned fantasy baseball, homie. Did your boy come up with a great fantasy football way to keep everybody intrigued for the whole year, or what? Give your boy some props right now with the $20 payouts every week.
Now, see, that's a winner. That's a winner. That's engagement, is what
Yeah.
that is.
Got to keep
That's
everybody
what's.
involved, man, because you got to get, I mean, even though it was only whatever amount we spent, it wasn't a much, it was, decent amount for the whole year. Everybody's going to get $20, a chance for $20 every week. And instead of these, ending up with two or three people that actually care every week, and maybe it'll get people a little more involved since there's money
We
and then
hope.
everybody's going to pay attention a little bit.
Yeah, you hope, because what happens is, because baseball is just this ecosystem that's just never stops, right? So it's
Right.
not like it's Monday Night Football or whatever the case may be, TNT on Thursday for basketball. That it's not those type of things. It's nonstop, and sometimes the fatigue of managing your situation gets a little bit too much
Hmm.
after about what would you say when the fatigue starts? June, when you
Uh,
start going, I'm not checking this damn thing every day.
Yeah,
Whatever.
usually because you get so you get April, May, you only got 8 weeks really there
Oh, you're
that you're
locked in
paying
then.
attention, and then all of a sudden
Yeah,
summertime hits and people want to go take vacations, and you're trying to do this
exactly.
stuff out, hang out. It's nice out, so you're at a barbecue all day. You don't
Exactly.
want to be checking it. But yeah, I mean, I kind of got into a rhythm last year, and just obviously I work basic, 8:30 to 6 or whatever, but I would pop up and I'd check, but check the thing every day. But then again, once you get the majority of the games where they're like where they start at 9, I think Wednesdays is a lot of that. Wednesdays they start at 9 and then go pretty much all day. Like Corey
Mm-hmm.
mentioned, Corey Stadden in our league, he was like, you do have to
Shout out.
check it every day, basically, because you never know, excuse me, with this load management stuff nowadays, you
Exactly.
never know who's going to be
Exactly.
sitting out at the 3 o'clock hour for the 4 o'clock start or whatever on the East Coast. And, it's 1 o'clock here. You're like, oh shit, I'm in the middle of my work day. How the hell am I supposed to check that? So, but it's fair for all of us, I mean, I think,
Mm-hmm.
whether you do it once a day or you can set your lineup a week, um, I think that's why we went, and that's one of the reasons why I went to the less pitchers, because the pitching is too much, man, and it's just too favorable to a lot of people that just count on pitching. I figured the hitting's better because if you miss a hitter here and there, it's probably going to work itself out by the end of the week.
Don't be telling people secrets of the game. You can't be telling people to set their pictures a week in advance. I mean, that's pro
Well,
language right there.
you only get 5 starts, so and then this week
Well,
we only got 4, but 5 starts a week, it's just like a starting rotation. If you want to set it that
yeah.
way, you can.
So you're saying you basically set it up to where the guy who wants to have all the pitchers can't just double stack and have all of these different choices. You better just get a good 5, and that's all you got, and then let's just focus on offense. Is what you're trying to do
In a way,
by
yeah.
minimizing.
It, yeah. I mean, you could still have 3 or 4 good starters. Maybe they're all number ones, but then again, what happens if they're on the same pitching schedule? Then you have to make those
That's
decisions.
exactly what I'm talking about.
So I mean, it kind of cuts away from being able to have 7 starts a week where you get 1 or 2 days where you have 2 good starting pitchers starting that could be that day, and then you still have 5 other days to work out the other. I don't know. I just think that was a better way to go. I'm no genius, but I am a genius about setting up the league to keep people interested and get paid every freaking week,
It's
whether
a
it's me
no-win
or no one else.
situation. It's a hard job, but somebody got to do it. It's a no-win situation. Yeah, you're. It's a thankless job. All of
That's
those things
right.
I just said. It's all of those things. Setting it up, going through the brain power, the mind work to get it all done, doing the knowledge, and then putting it out there. You're not going to get 100% of satisfaction across the board. That's just never the way it's going to go. So the job of the person who sets it up, commissionering and all of that, it's a thankless job, Doug.
Hey, and we almost didn't do it, but then we got a commitment from everybody and we rolled with it. So,
Oh, by the way, you didn't
yeah.
even give the details. So what the addition was splitting up not only the year long,
Oh yeah, for
but it
sure.
was it was breaking it down to highest scoring team, regardless of matchup, pays out
Every week, yeah,
per
20
per
bucks.
week.
Yep, just
Per
once.
week. So just
One
highest
per week.
score team. And then my man's even broke it down to first half stopping and then a second half stopping, which I don't know if we necessarily need the second half stopping, but it gives you a marking point since it's weekly.
Of
But
how much
no, I think
yeah.
that adds a lot more interest, and y'all can go ahead and bite our style, but make sure you put the trademark on that thing, boy.
And first, second, and third at the end of the year still gets paid. So,
Right.
yep. So, hey, it's a little bit more interesting, a little more fun. Speaking of getting paid and all that nonsense,
Mm.
I'd like to think that we took a year off to boycott Washington State and their sports gambling app and the bullshit and the nonsense that these fucking clowns are
They
still
gave it
going
away.
through.
Yeah, they gave it away. They sold it.
Has
There's no coming back from it. I don't think there ever will be
there never will
because
do it.
I don't think so. I really
It'll only
don't.
be
I
on the
think that
reservation. It'll only be on site.
look, I'm telling you, there's only certain benefits that different classes get, and we just happen to live in a state to where that is the case. And I'm thinking, if I'm not mistaken, that might be also no, they have FanDuel down there, or no, they have DraftKings down there. I was thinking about Florida because they have the same type of thing with the indigenous Seminole folks down there and a couple other ones, to where they
Oh,
have
the
the
land.
Seminole casinos and this kind
Mm.
of thing. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that they have DraftKings down there. But yeah, I think that we just end up in a spot where Lewis and Clark screwed us over. They should have Oregon trailed this thing and came up with a different script to where down the line, down the line after the thing all worked out and the historical stuff all, I mean, filtered through, is that we could come back in and cut a deal on these things. They're not letting. I don't think that because of the high level of indigenous folks up here, I just don't think that they're going to let corporate in the door at all, period, unless it's a collaboration on site with their oversight. That's all I think that's gonna happen there. I just think that's what it is. So
It's
FanDuel
so
will have collab, Caesars will have collab on property.
on the property, yeah. It's just so crazy to me. We've been talking about this for 5 years, dog. As we started in 2019, at the end of 2019, started this shit, and it's 5 years later.
Yeah.
We're still talking about it, and that's when the casinos started to open and legalize sports gambling. Finally, what, 2021, 22, or something like that, when they did it in the casinos and started that shit, and then the freaking apps, like I just don't get it. It's just they're gonna make the state's gonna make money, but they bitch about money and how much Washington State specifically, you would know more than I do, but specifically in debt for millions or whatever of dollars.
But I think that's the point. They want to keep it to where it can all be tabulated. Because once you turn the wheel on and you're taking out a state entity that has to report to the state, so tribal communities and tribal commissions have to report therefore to the state of Washington all of the things that are going on. Same thing with cannabis and all of that. They have to report to the state of Washington, just like they used to do with the old school liquor board. All of that stuff for oversight. So once you take that out, now all of a sudden it becomes just rampant. So you don't know, and then the state is not getting the revenue to your point, because now it's going straight to FanDuel that operates out of X state. It goes straight to DraftKings that operates out of X state, and then they're paying the taxes and the state tax revenue out of that state. So I think that's probably why Washington State and the indigenous folks done collabed in order to do that, so they can get the cannabis and the legal gambling bread filtered through the state's highway of bread and economic system.
Oh, interesting. I still
But
call it a bunch
there's
of bougie
options now
bullshit.
though.
There's
I
what?
haven't looked, okay, because I haven't fooled with them in a long time since they started doing all them shenanigans during the COVID era. But apparently, Robinhood is trying to give options in that space to create a quote unquote gambling environment. And then there's another website that sells, I think it's called Cashy.
Cashy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like buying options for an outcome. And so there's options that we could use, but those aren't familiar to a sports betting advocate.
No, not what we're looking for. We're looking for some F5s and some home run totals and some goals. Who's going to score a goal? You know, who's going to hit for that cycle? How many home runs are they going to hit in that day? Hey, speaking of that, I want to
You
pop
spend
off.
all your time going to the casino and they don't even have all those.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did. Yeah, you rolled to the EQC, right? We were like, oh, it's going to be popping, and yep, couldn't even do the bullshit that we wanted to do. See, and that's the thing too. It's like they talk how there's no way that the apps have a monopoly over this. It's the sports books in these casinos that are like, oh no, we don't want to make no money off that. Why don't the same game parlays and all that stuff? Like, how are you not giving that option? And why does it have to be can't have more than one or two favorites or
Right.
three or four underdogs? Like giving you those options that you won't be able to play. That's
And it's location specific too, which is stupid because you could do that in some places on the same damn site with the same damn book. It could be Caesars or FanDuel in one place, but you can't do it in this place. If you're offline, you can't do it. If you're on site, you maybe can do it, but then you go over here, you can't. Yeah, I don't know. It's a whole confusing situation if it lets you line it up on an app and you walk in physically, just happen to be there physically and want to do the exact same thing. It's like, no. 2-team parlay. Get out of here.
that's all you get. That's
Kick
crazy. Hey, well, we're just popping back in here for a few to pop in, say hi to everybody, say what's up, let us know, let everybody know we're still alive and kicking. And I found the Nonce Big Homie. He's not out traveling the world. Next time we're gonna have to talk about some of those vacaciones you've been on, homie. But
Hopefully
hey,
there'll be a
opening
couple
day
more in there.
tomorrow. Huh?
So hopefully there'll be a couple more in there.
Yeah, not by the time we have another episode, I hope.
Right. Right.
Uh, hey, opening day tomorrow. What is it? Tyler O'Neill, 5 in a row so far. Is he going for number 6 tomorrow? Baltimore, taking on Toronto. I think that's going to be interesting. Um, I do have him on my fantasy lineup tomorrow, so I'm hoping that I get a little thing. But if he doesn't, y'all, you can blame my ass. So if anybody's got the plus 500 on him hitting a home run tomorrow and he doesn't, then hey, that's on me. But if I had that option to place that wager, I would do it. But that's just me. Um, yeah. Anything else you got going? I know your boy Blake Snell's going on tomorrow with your 2-0 Dodgers. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling in the same way I did a couple years ago when I idiotically stated that the Dodgers in 113 mark it up. Of course, that was an under, like always. This feels bigger than that, to
the
be honest
under?
with you. So no, well, yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
because I think that it's you got to fade the total on whatever the Dodgers have because you got injury involvement, and then you got the fact that baseball is a round ball and a round bat. Not everything works out with even the most professional individuals.
Right.
Even though if you saw that World Series, you would think that they could do whatever the hell they want whenever the hell they feel like it. Okay, okay,
Shout out.
but at the same time, man, I don't know. I just think that it's too. Whenever you get these super team type situations, and you got so many different names, it becomes a chemistry set of how do you get this damn thing to work. Not between the guys, I don't think, because you could tell if you watch that the Dodgers parade. I think them boys truly love each other up in there, and but yeah, I think Dave Roberts, man, hey, he got a lot of work to try to get the bats in the lineup, to get the arms on days. It's a whole lot because they have a lot. So what are you gonna do? Pitch everybody 3 innings and then pull somebody just to get another hot arm in there? Just to keep somebody active. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I don't know how they're gonna work it, but it'll be interesting the whole time.
Yeah, and I think I'd have to agree with the under on the 104 and a half. I know in Vegas they got 105 and a half,
Mm,
and then plus 105 for the under. But you know how I am in unders, but that is one under that I believe in. We would have hit the under last year too, 103, and they only made the last year was 103 and a half. Now and they only won 98. I say only,
yeah,
but World Series champions doesn't matter.
that's
Um,
right.
Running out of time, I think probably about 10 minutes. We have to talk about our Seattle Mariners, dog. We have to. I have to just
Go
roll with
ahead.
this real quick.
I'll give you
You
the
know,
floor.
I'm a little bit excited about this, finally getting back into it. New coach, new manager, Dan Wilson. Um, and you have Edgar
Damn.
as a hitting coach, and you have
How
Kevin
about that?
Seitzer as a hitting coach. You still have Manny Acta there. And I think that, and this kind of rolls, I'll talk about Cincinnati later, but Cincinnati has a new coach in Terry Francona also. So you can expect big things from Cincinnati under the radar there. Coaching makes a difference. I think in Seattle, you got a little too nonchalant with Scott Service. Yeah, great guy, good team guy, very nice. Players all loved him, but maybe the players just kind of gave in a little bit and started, not believing in what he was doing. But you got Dan Wilson now. Everybody's, there going. You still have the starting five with the exception of Kirby, who's starting on the injured list. Um,
Right.
but Hancock was up with the very few starts that those five didn't start out
Right.
last year. So, um, well, you still have a good solid starting five. And then now you get a whole year of Randy Rosarina, Victor Robles, hopefully a healthy Polanco. And you can't forget the sleeper, homie.
Oh,
Do you have any idea
go
who
ahead.
the new big dog in camp on campus
Man, go
is?
ahead. Tell me his
Rowdy,
name.
Rowdy Talese, baby. Okay.
Tele. Oh, okay. I thought it was Telez.
Yeah, that
Okay.
guy, Rowdy Tellez, that guy.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? Remember we talked about him last year? I think it was offline. How the Pirates did him dirty, not getting him his money for his at bats by the
Right.
end of the year. A new redemption. And I was looking at his stats. You know what? His highest home run was 2021, I think. He hit like 35 in Milwaukee. But every other year other than 35, dog, guess what the next closest to 35 was?
10.
Close, 13.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. Hey, he could be a sleeper though, so we'll see.
He could be
But
he could be this year's Teoscar for y'all. Even since
yeah, there you
Teoscar
go.
couldn't do it out there for y'all, and he could be that kind of redemption story. But what's funny is if you listen to local Northwest Seattle area sports radio, I think they're down, yo. That they're haters, bruh, on y'all because if you remember not too long ago, I happened to be tuned in the cars and I'm listening, and these dudes had a poll going, and people are answering the phone. Is it what's worse, the Seattle lineup, batting lineup, or the Seattle offensive line?
Oh, geez.
Okay, and it was just
Was it
but see that
50-50?
is oh man, everybody was taking the Seattle lineup because you know what this has been. This has been a thing since your boy with the crown, King Felix, had to put his knee up high in the sky, arms up in the air. Wasn't getting no run support. He had to do it by himself. This has been a staple. So I hope you're talking about Dan Wilson. All of that's good, but damn Edgar Martinez better bring the old school Eagle Hardware light back with him and
Light back.
show
The
all
light back.
and show all of these boys how to actually connect ball to bat, eye, vision, and all of these things, and get the hand-eye coordination to working and get it in space and have a concept of the way that they want to play offensively. Maybe they got to go and do the Mike Scioscia old school small ball and just bunt people over and steal bases and do this kind of thing. But you got to have a concept to figure out how you gonna put numbers in the squares when you look at the box score. You got to get numbers in the squares. You could have a one, but every now and again you got to have a crooked letter. And hopefully your boy Big Telez and a Rosarina, you know what I'm saying, with swag, the swag daddy Rosarina, and come in here and put up some numbers for y'all. We'll hopefully get some consistency with the lineup. I would love to see, do they still have Julio batting first? Is that what's gonna happen?
Second, I believe.
Okay, well
Because
then you might
Robles,
have
because you got
something.
Robles on it. So Robles, Robles, Julio, I'd imagine, and then you got probably Cal, and then a Rosarina, and you could flip flop Cal and a Rosarina if you'd like. I don't know. I just think that with all these guys being back now, Julio had a decent spring. He kind of got hot there at the end. So we'll see. And there's just the everybody knows that Seattle's a shitty place to hit. So as you know, that's part of the reason why the pitching is the Mariners pitching staff is so good. So can't really hate on that, but they gotta find a way to score some runs. I don't care if you have to bring back old school small ball and bunt the guy around for all I care. You got the
You
speed
might have
for
to
it,
do it.
so let's
You
do
might
it.
have to do it.
Let's do it. So, anyways, we're gonna close out, I think, for today. We had a good
Nice
time
and neat,
catching back up. Smooth.
clean.
Knock on wood. Wish your boy the best on making sure he doesn't lose this shit and tries to get it to the
Y'all
producer.
might see
So
this. Yeah, you might see
you might
this.
be able to see this one. So if you do, y'all, we're back. If not, this is gonna be one shitty day again, a year later.
For the audio audience only.
So we will see. But hey, thank you all for listening. Remember to subscribe, rate, and view on your favorite podcast platform. Go to spunner.com for our podcast and online content. And I think we're gonna be back on that old Twitter/X, whatever the hell you want to call it. I am
Stupid.
I am Stix@Stix015, and announce big homie is at homie_anonymous. It's gonna be a
Mm-hmm.
fun baseball season, brother. So good catching up, brother. and we'll talk again soon. What you got for the people?
Man, cut it out. Look, all of this foolishness, everybody these days and times, you got to get your financial literacy up. Okay, get your financial literacy up. Learn how to do something with you a certain age. Figure out how to put something together so you might be able to have something, because it's serious out here. But this is fun.
That was Sports Fix with Stix. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. If you want to join the show, use the hashtag StixInSports.
Winners don't make excuses.